Celebrities make deals behind closed doors, promises broken. Inner income source, hidden agendas run the grand parade. In the circus, choose a masquerade. Believe me, I wouldn't lie. I've been given money, power, and fame to keep you in line. Television screens bright and loud, sell you dreams, make you proud. Pop the bubble, see the cage you're in. Start the revolution, let the truth begin. Welcome to the chaos.
Welcome, everyone. Today, we're going to be talking about some fun stuff. Actually, no, we're not. Well, maybe towards the end. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about 50 states, one Israel. We're going to be talking about that, but later because we have to build up to that. First, we're going to do some other topics, some other news. Yes, shalom, everyone. So we're going to be first. Damon wants to talk about Charlie Kirk. So, what do you want to say about that?
What, you're going to do Charlie Kirk as the short bit, and you're going to spend most of the stream talking about the Jews?
Shut up! What? I think it's better. I think it's a more. I've heard too much about Charlie Kirk stuff. I'm kind of tapped, but I want to.
What have you heard? What have you heard?
Conspiracies. It's an assassination, CIA junk. It was fake. It was real. It was No, you just got to think logically about it. Like, you don't, this is one of those rare things that you don't really need information on. You just need to look at the climate and you'll know. Like, I heard the whole thing of like, oh, the Jews did it. Yeah. It's like, it makes no fucking sense. And I get it. Yes, his assassination happened to coincide with him starting to say certain things that didn't make them look that good. But you got to think, these people know strategy. Okay, they've survived a long time with the odds stacked against them. And why would you, in a day and age where especially what he supports and what he stands for, you have more common ground with Jews than you don't? And the enemies that he's fighting, the policies, the ideologies that he's against, is everything that is now targeting Jews and has historically wrecked Jews. Okay, we've spoken about this before. The Jews invented communism and socialism, and these are the things that destroyed the Jews in the past. So why, in a day and age where you're like, hey, look, first of all, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So in that respect, Charlie was one of their greatest allies. And at the very least, if they were going to orchestrate a hit on him, they would wait until he took everyone else out first, right? It makes no sense to take him out now. So yeah, I don't believe that shit at all. With regards to the CIA, with regards to it kind of being a deep state thing, I don't think so. If there's any evidence that there is a deep state, that there is somebody who controls all these corporations, all these institutions, who controls the media, who tells all the talking heads what to say, the evidence of that happened after Kirk's assassination, not before it, right? And usually, if you've read any of these conspiracy theory things, if you've looked at all of the things that show what's the best way to convince or to control a population group, it's that you have them as close to possible being right on the edge, right on that verge of total meltdown, but not to go over the edge. Okay? You always have them waiting to think, one more day of this and shit's going to kick off. One more day of this and shit's going to kick off, but you never let that day come. Okay? This is why I was willing to consider the possibility that the attempts on Trump's life were possibly orchestrated, because it's the best thing to do. Like, oh, you know, you keep them riled up, but you don't quite push them over that edge. They wouldn't have done the Charlie Kirk thing, because the Charlie Kirk thing was that potential match that would have set everything off. And the evidence that I'm talking about, where I'm like, oh no, this is proof that there is a deep state, is that look at all of the cancellations that we've had since that. Look at all of the leftists losing their jobs. Look at all of the liberal rainbow fucking teachers getting sacked. Look at all of these fucking toxic poison dart frog looking Muppets that are losing their jobs, all crying about it. I just told my students that he was a Nazi and he deserved what he got. And I'm shocked. I lost my job. They told me not to come in. Yeah, of course they did, because you're a fucking retard. So that's what they want to do. Like Ethan's saying, yeah, they just want to, like, it's just edging basically all the time, staying on the verge of that, but not quite getting it. All of these people who are now losing their jobs, Jimmy Kimmel getting sacked basically, well, suspended, and he basically sacked himself because he's a fucking retard. That guy off of MSNBC, what's it called? The actors that fucking outed themselves as well. All of these people, all of these Hollywood elites, Destiny getting demonetized, Hassan Piker getting investigated, and the CEO of Twitch getting investigated. He has to testify to basically show whether or not he basically encouraged this kind of behavior. All of that is, oh yeah, the CEO of Twitch had to testify, and it was specifically to do with Hassan Piker's channel, because Hassan was basically calling for this, and apparently they're basically trying to say he was warned about it so much that at this point he can't plead ignorance. It's basically like he was kind of complicit in this kind of like fomenting of violence. So yeah, like all of this behavior is something that previously we never would have expected from these institutions or corporations. You never would have expected that. If somebody told me, hey, look, you know what? There was a assassination attempt on Trump. Jimmy Kimmel laughed about it. The last thing that I would think would be, oh, he's going to lose his job. They're going to sack him. I'd be like, no, they're going to give him more hours of airtime so that he can make more and more jokes about it and celebrate it, because that's what these sick fucks do. But instead, look at what's happened. They're all finally getting a taste of accountability. And they're bitching and moaning about it. They're crying about it, saying, oh, but you're the right. Like, you guys are all for free speech, and now you're trying to take away. You're against cancel culture, and now you're celebrating us losing our jobs and getting canceled. It's like, yeah, because that isn't free fucking speech. You're celebrating and you're glamorizing violence, and you're calling for violence. That's a violation of free speech rules. Okay? So it's not the same fucking thing. We didn't do that shit. When Nancy Pelosi's husband got exposed for being a fag who was dressing up like a fucking baby or whatever and got beaten up by some gay lover, even then, we didn't fucking celebrate it.
I mean, it was kind of fun.
Yeah, but we laughed at it because it was funny. Because it was funny to think that you got this old alcoholic fucking mummy and her husband is some fucking infantile perv. So yeah. But we didn't fucking celebrate it. That's the point. And we didn't say we need more actions like this. Hassan Piker was up there saying we need more things like this to happen. Okay? Like, and Destiny was like, yeah, Republicans need to be fearing for their fucking life like this. We need more actions. So like, yeah, that's not the same fucking thing. Not at all. You can't, the two aren't comparable. And then anyone who's claiming to be a regular liberal, like not a radical, not an extremist, not hateful, they're doing the tired fucking shit that none of us have patience anymore of basically saying, can we just agree that there's crazy people on both sides and that there's violence on both sides? No, we can't. We can't fucking agree. It's not comparable. All of the bullets are coming from the left to the right. It's not even fucking comparable. And any examples they give, number one, isn't really political violence, and it's not against an individual who wasn't an elected official like Charlie Kirk. It was against somebody who was either some corrupt piece of shit, or it was done by somebody who's a complete fucking psycho, who's got a million other ideas in their head that are unrelated to one specific thing. This guy took Charlie out just because of his ideas, just because of what he said. That was it. And even if you can point to me somebody along the lines of Charlie Kirk that's on the left that got taken out, the biggest fucking difference, there's none of us celebrating it. There's none of us calling for more shit like that. So the difference is literally day and night.
Well, I have a slightly different take on it. Like, I'm not saying who freaking did it or why they did it or whatever. I have the belief that somebody who is mentally ill, or as they say, like, not well, doesn't have the wherewithal to do such an elaborate assassination.
It wasn't elaborate.
Well,
that's the thing. A lot of,
like what Candace was saying about how, like, he took this gun and then he went to this place, this abandoned house that's like owned by the college suspiciously, and he reassembled the gun, which is very complicated and takes a very long time. And why would you do that? And then you would leave the evidence at this place, and then you would go to spend like 5 hours in your car next to the place when there's supposedly a manhunt for it. And it just, like, all these things that she found, it really doesn't add up. And then the text messages were they're claiming that kids, like young adults, were saying these things, and the words that they were using were not words that people use.
I saw the text messages. What was weird about it? Like, don't forget, these are people in their early 20s.
I know, early 20s. Nobody says vehicle, drop zone.
Yeah, because he wanted to sound militant. He wanted to sound like, oh yeah, well look, dude, the dude's a delusional gay boy, right?
Well,
have you spoken to?
It's true.
I unfortunately had to deal with somebody who was used to be a friend, and he became radicalized into the left, like a serious, like 100% devout socialist commie person, because he had everything go wrong in his life. He lost everything. He lost all of his job opportunities. He fell into addiction. And when you've got nothing, it's very easy for like these Marxist ideologies to seem very appealing to you, because it tells you that nothing's your fault and that you deserve everything that other people have, and that the only reason that you don't have anything is because somebody else took it from you. So it's very appealing to failures. And that's why one of the biggest goals of somebody who's trying to seize power for a Marxist kind of school of thought is you first have to fuck everything up. You first need to literally kind of bomb the battlefield and salt the earth, so that the situation is as dire as possible for everybody. And that's when they're going to buy into what you're selling, because you need them to basically lack any semblance of hope. Because anybody like socialism or communism, these Marxist cults, it's the only kind of, like, liberalism in general, progressivism in general, it's the only mental illness for which the cure is get a job and earn money. The moment you look at these students in these liberal arts colleges, the moment you actually see one of them get a job that pays well, they're going to drop all of that shit. None of them are going to believe in that, because they're going to realize, holy shit, I can support myself. And if I'm earning money and supporting myself, do I want to split my check with all of my friends who are fucking losers and don't work? No, I don't. But that's what they do. I went to college and there was a couple of people who are like that. And when I started earning money and we were going out as a group, they were like, oh, you can pay for it. You've got money. And I'm like, yeah, you can suck my dick as well. Why should I fucking pay for you, you fucking loser? Like, that shit doesn't fly for anybody who lives in a good, decent society, which is why they first want to manufacture all these problems that's going to wreck society.
Well, can I just say my take on it first?
Yeah, go for it.
So whenever something like this happens, you have to think of, you know, how like whether it was planned by the CIA or not, the saying goes, you know, leave no like crisis goes unused or something like that. Like you have to use it to your benefit. So whatever they're trying to push, they're going to use any crisis to push. So I'm thinking, okay, what are they trying to push? And I realized, because when I'm looking like on TikTok and all this stuff, sometimes I see people like saying horrible things about Charlie Kirk, you know, like gloating and stuff like that. I'm looking at them, but they don't look like real people, right? And then I'm looking at their content, whatever, and it seems like it's a bot. And I feel like enough of that happened that it made it feel safe for people who just want to talk shit and like go viral for talking shit to say something even more like horrific, right? So that to me seems very orchestrated. Like people are not going to immediately think, let me say something like horribly bad. They're going to go and look and test the waters. Like, what are other people saying? Whatever. What can I get away with? And when they see the bots doing that stuff, now they're emboldened. So now they're going to like take it up a couple notches and say the most terrible, horrific things, because that's going to get them more eyeballs, more views. And because the other people didn't get a strike or taken down and it's been up for a while, they're like, oh, I'm safe to say this. No one's going to come at me. So now they go on and they talk this shit because they feel safe. And they're doing it for views and clicks and all that shit. I'm convinced because everybody's a narcissist. Wait, let me finish. Everybody's a freaking narcissist now. So if you can get views and clicks and whatever, and you feel there's enough people on your team that you're going to get enough views for it, you're going to say horrific shit to get your views and your clicks. And then immediately I saw some people on the right, Congress, whatever the hell it is. I don't know these people. I'm not that whatever. But there was like a woman saying for like, we need to have like hate speech laws. Now, I saw the Jimmy Kimmel. I think
she fucking tanked herself. She destroyed herself for that. Like everybody wants her out.
Yeah. But anyways,
you're talking about Pam Bondi, right?
I think that's her. Anyways, but I saw the Jimmy Kimmel thing, what he was saying about like the thing. It wasn't that bad. I was like, oh, it's going to be so bad. Like the bots were talking on TikTok. I saw it. I'm like, it's not that bad. It's not that bad at all.
Can I say a couple of things? Well,
let me just finish my thought.
Okay.
So to me, it wasn't that bad. It's not obviously good, but they have been talking shit about Republicans since I remember it started happening, like Bush Jr. or whatever got into office. It got really like hostile, especially on late night TV, like how he's a retard. He doesn't know anything. Everything he does is stupid. And they just put the clown music whenever they put him up. So it was getting really disrespectful since then. So it's not just Trump or all this shit now. It's been a while. But like when that happened, I'm like, it's not that bad. And then they took it down. And they're kind of like saying like, oh, now Disney's good because that's the parent company. And everybody's like, you know, if you're smart, you'll realize those are the same people who censored the people on the right. They are not about the right or the left. They are about censorship. Right? That's the goal. So then when she's trying to pass this hate speech shit, that is just to take away freedom of speech. Because if you face consequences by your employer or your government for something you say, you don't have freedom of speech. And if you're not actually saying like straight up act of violence or encouraging that, it's not violent. It's not hate. You're allowed to say anything horrible. You can call each other retard. You can call each other like, you know, whatever you want to do. That is absolute freedom. If I call somebody like an idiot and that is considered hate speech, we don't have freedom of speech. That is over. And I feel like that is what they were trying to push. So first they tried on the left. If we push the left enough, maybe we have enough power on the left that they'll push for like these laws to curtail speech, and then we can control what we really don't want them to talk about, which is shit about the government, to stop the people in charge from passing laws and doing all this shit that they don't want us to talk about, they don't want us to know about, they don't want their corruption coming out because they're afraid of what happened in Nepal or other places where there were uprisings. So the less the people know about what's really going on, the better for the people in charge. So if they can stop the freedom of speech as soon as possible, then they are free to do whatever the hell they want. So any little nicks that they can do against that, that's what they're going to do. That's the first thing they're going to do. So anyways, and then I see a lot of people on the right and they start complaining about, you see leftists, now we're coming for you. We're going to get you out of jobs. We're going to come for you. And I'm like, that's what they want us to do. Because if we start doing that, an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. If we don't defend their right to be assholes, we won't have the right to be assholes against them. And that's the important part to remember. If we do not defend these assholes, we have no rights. We have no freedom. We have no nothing. We're just the same as all the other dictatorships. And that's it. Like, and if that's what people want to do, so they don't hear things they don't like, and they live in la la land, just admit it to yourselves that you want to do that. And like, we'll just move on. We don't need freedom of speech. No other country really has it. So who gives a shit? Go on.
Oh, okay. So I agree with you with some of the stuff that you said. In any kind of like moment of crisis, you're going to have opportunistic people within a government that are going to try and seize more power. And this is usually why they manufacture problems to begin with, so that then they can seize more power back and say, we need to give ourselves more powers so that we can protect you better. And it's like, no, motherfucker, you're the one that created these problems. We're not going to give you more powers. Now, people on the left will usually agree with that and say, yes, by all means, like, govern me harder, daddy. But the people on the right are always going to say no. And that's why, in light of Charlie's assassination, one of the first things that we heard from the left is, we need more gun control laws. See, look, and everyone on the right was saying, no, Charlie was all against fucking gun control laws. Charlie was all for the Second Amendment. There's no fucking way in hell that you're going to use his death as an argument to take guns away or more regulation. And anyway, you already have the simple rule that killing is against the law. And if that didn't fucking work, what makes you think that more gun control laws are going to help it? And thirdly, look at the gun that was used. Right? Candace Owens is like, oh, well, look at it. Like, obviously this was something more complex than just a 20-year-old kid. It's like, no, that's why he used the gun that he used. He used a gun that was used in World War fucking I. It was a gun that belonged to his grandfather, from what I recall. Okay? He didn't have access to any other gun, so he took that one. That one was like in their home as like a memento of when he served, right? So that's the only fucking gun he had access to. So he just took that old ass gun, put a fucking scope on it that was worth a couple of thousand, and he didn't even put. If you look at the photos, like, people are like, this isn't a pro, because even the scope wasn't put on properly, right? And he took it up to the rooftop, left it there, because he knew exactly the amphitheater that Charlie Kirk was going to give the speech in. It was all kind of being set up earlier on. A few days prior to the speech. So he knew where it was going to be, and he knew where Kirk was going to be. So he went up to that building, apparently left the gun there before, I think, and then had a change of clothes, went up there, did what he did. And people are saying, oh, he left it up there, he didn't bring it with him. No, he did bring it with him. If you look at the video, you can see he had it slung over his back. He hopped off, he left it hidden in some bushes, then got in his car. The reason why he left it wasn't difficult. It was because he thought somebody might stop him when he's driving away. So he didn't want to have it with him in the car. And then his plan was going to be to swing by afterwards and collect it after the cordon was gone. So all of that makes sense. And if it doesn't make sense, if it seemed elaborate or complex, it wasn't because it was elaborate or complex. It was because it was stupid. It was a stupid plan. That's why it doesn't look as organized, or it doesn't look as simple as you expect it to be. And people are confusing this stupidity for a highly elaborate plan. It's not highly elaborate. The reason why it doesn't make sense is because it was made by a 22-year-old who's so fucking dumb that he doesn't realize that a man is not a woman, right? So one of the things that I just wanted to get back to, which Ethan commented on earlier, which is to wrap up my first point about why I think you can see that there's potentially deep state involvement. And when he said, like, yeah, it's strange that it's suspicious that corporations are suddenly doing all of this, all the cancellations that you see happening on the left. I think it's because they realize that this is going to tip it too far into a situation that not only might they not be able to control, if it goes to kind of like infighting, I don't want to say the word, but, you know, civil unrest and fighting. But if it gets to that stage, the governments know that they might lose power. If it gets that bad, look at what happens historically. Like, you know, at some point they stop fighting people on the streets and they go to the halls of power and heads start rolling. So that's what they're afraid of. At some point, usually what leads up to that kind of unrest is a situation which is so politically polarizing that the government can't control their own soldiers. You know, people are like, oh, you know what? If it gets that bad, martial law will happen. Really? What makes you think that you're going to be able to control them? Do you honestly think that if you tell these soldiers, hey, go out, we're at the stage now where we're going to be taking out our own citizens en masse, and we expect you to go and do that? No, you're going to have a fracture within the ranks, and they're probably not going to do what you tell them. You might give them an order, and all of a sudden you might see all of those, you know, all of those weapons pointed at you. So this is why, like, they want the edging to continue, but they don't want it to go too far. And that's why they dialed it back. Because if heads didn't roll after what happened to Charlie, and if these people faced no accountability, no kind of repercussions for all of that celebration and all of that disgusting talk, then people would be thinking our government isn't doing what it's supposed to do. And that's when they'll go over the edge. So this is why I think there is definitely deep state shit here, because they suddenly told all these people that we would never expect to hear it from, you need to rein your people in. You need to axe these people. Like, you need to do something to calm these people down. And they all fell in line within a day. It was so well organized. All of them suddenly saw the light at the exact same fucking time. And not the talking heads, they didn't see it. Not the Hollywood elites, they didn't see it. The people, the actual regular folk and the higher classes and the elites, none of them see it. It was only the corporate heads. It was only the people at the very, very tippy top. That is very, very, very strange behavior, which leads me to believe that it was 100% orchestrated by the string pullers. Now, with regards to what you said earlier on, the Jimmy Kimmel thing, where you said, like, I didn't think what he said was that bad. No. And it didn't warrant him being taken off, right? The reason why he was taken off, and it wasn't anything to do with necessarily with a free speech infraction. It was a broadcast violation. He went against ABC's policy, and not just ABC's policy, but like the broadcasting laws. You're not allowed to knowingly spread false information. He didn't do it as a joke. He did it as basically stating truth, where he tried to say that the person who assassinated Charlie Kirk was right wing. And he knew that that was not the truth, but he peddled that fucking lie as if it were a fact. And that was what got him suspended. And that's known. It was said that that was the reason why he got suspended. And they didn't sack him. They basically paused his employment. And they even said that he can go back on air if he does a retraction and an apology. And he refused to do that. that's why he got ended. He effectively chose to terminate his own career.
But if they have those sort of regulations, then why does the news lie about this stuff all the time?
Well, if they knowingly do lie, they can get in shit. That's why you saw there was a recent broadcast. I forget who it was now, but it was oh shit. It was the name escapes me, but he actually said you're lying with what you're saying there. That's not true, and you know it's not true. There was a big conflict about it. I'm trying to remember who the fuck it was now. A Republican guy calling out some woman who he was in an interview. If I remember, I'll say it. But they know they're not allowed to say this. But hey, look, this is why you constantly see The View getting in shit, and why they have to constantly give apologies and retractions, because they'll say shit that they know is not true. They think they can get away with it, and then the next day they have to issue a groveling apology. So that's why Jimmy Kimmel got fucked. Now, the other thing you said was that you think that a lot of these accounts on TikTok or whatever are bots, because it's not safe to speak straight away. So they have to put these kind of bot accounts out there saying shit to try and make people feel like it's a safe environment to talk shit about Charlie getting assassinated.
Mm-hmm.
Now, where do you think, in the light of the assassination attempt, where do you think would be I'm just saying theoretically here, when would you feel most unsafe?
Immediately after?
Yeah, but okay, specifically where though? Now let's think of a location. Where do you think you would feel the most unsafe?
On the street? I don't know.
How about right next to where he got assassinated? Let's say 10 feet from him. Do you think you'd feel safe there? Imagine a dude just got shot and you're 10 feet away. And we saw what the crowd did, right? They all ducked down. They're all fucking terrified. Some of them ran, some of them just ducked down, hands over their heads, right? So if we're talking about people making a TikTok vid celebrating the fact that he just got killed, and you're saying maybe people weren't feeling very safe about making that kind of content right away, so maybe they had to wait for bots to come on and make them feel a little bit safer to talk shit about him. Imagine if you were 10 feet away from where he just got hit. Obviously, you would be feeling the least safe to be celebrating his death, right?
Well, if they're with their friends that believe the same thing that they believe, probably they'd feel even more safe.
Well, right after Kirk got hit, if you watch the video, there's a dude right up in the front who just stands up and starts celebrating, saying, "We got him, we got him, we got him." And he was smiling and laughing about it. And if you watch the video, you can see him. Now, people question him afterwards. He tried to say, "Oh, no, I wasn't. I was trying to like make everyone feel good. And I was chanting USA, USA, USA." And it's like, no, he wasn't. You can literally see his lips. He was like excited that Kirk got hit. Everyone was ducked down, cowering, and he started celebrating it, thinking that other people were going to join in. And then he realized that nobody else was like a fucking deluded moron like he was. So this is the thing. People are this fucking nuts. These people have been so fucking conditioned that they don't see anything wrong with celebrating a dude getting assassinated.
I mean, I just found it. I haven't found the original video, but this is a video of somebody else reacting to it. So I don't know who the professor is. I guess it is. Oh, I found it. No, that's not it. Nope. Here we go. It was, it definitely was this guy. He did like a, oh, somebody's, yeah. Wait, yeah. Talk to Damon for a second. Oh, you don't have your thingy. Forget it. I'll find out later. Look at this is something that Steven found. He's like, use this for your conspiracies stream. So this is talking about conspiracies about Charlie Kirk's wife. Just for funsies, because of obviously I have done no due diligence and fact checked anything she said. And it could be like a no big deal type of thing. Who cares?
Well, she's the new CEO.
Yes, she is. Okay.
Miss Arizona competes in Miss USA, a pageant owned by ... Trump. Okay, want to know something really weird? So she had said in a podcast that she had never competed in pageants and had never done any modeling before until one day she receives an invitation in the mail to become a model and start doing pageants. And the pageants that she started doing were Miss USA pageants owned by Trump. So she modeled for Trump. She was one of Trump's pageant girls. But did you know that she was also a casting director at the same time that she was doing all of this stuff for Trump? Now, she doesn't specify on her website if she worked as a casting director for Trump, but around the time that she was claiming to be a casting director, she also owned a ministry that was working with the U.S. military in Romania. The area in Romania where she was operating this ministry had a bunch of locals accusing these evangelical ministries of kidnapping children and trafficking them out of the country. These children were being found in the UK, in Israel, and were also being sent to undisclosed private islands. Locals demanded authorities look into it, but they never did. Now, Charlie Kirk really wanted the Epstein files released, but did his wife? Prior to marrying Charlie Kirk, she was a multi-millionaire on her own, and since his passing, she's also amassed all of his wealth plus an additional at least $5 million in donations. She's currently considered the most powerful woman in the United States, with mega fans begging her to run as vice president in 2028. Let's talk about their first date, because it was actually a job interview. Back in 2018, 2 years after Donald Trump had started working with Charlie Kirk had hosted a Turning Point USA opening event for one of the offices that they had opened. And Erica and Charlie Kirk were introduced to each other. Charlie Kirk instantly thought that she was beautiful, but thought that she was really smart. And allegedly, one of their mutuals had suggested that Charlie Kirk hire Erica. I'm assuming it was Donald Trump or someone on his team, because Donald Trump had signed on to work with Charlie Kirk and Erica was already one of Donald Trump's employees. So it would make the most sense for Donald Trump and his team to encourage Charlie Kirk to hire Donald Trump's employees. Anyways, Charlie Kirk DM'd Erica, invited her for a job interview. The job interview ended up turning into a date, and Erica allegedly had said, "You're not going to be my boss, you're going to be my boyfriend." It just seems suspicious. 2020.
What do you think, Damon? No?
I said something. I said something earlier on. I forget who it was with now. I know it wasn't you because we haven't been on for a couple of weeks, but I'm going to say it now. When I first said it, I caught a lot of hate for it. But I just feel that I need to say it because I believed it at the time and I still believe it now. But I want to make it very clear. I do not doubt her in the sense of I don't think that she was involved in any shit. I don't think that there's a conspiracy where she's involved in it and you know, she had any part in him getting taken out or anything like that. And obviously, I don't doubt that she loved him. I want to believe that. I think Charlie Kirk is smart enough to realize if she's good wife material, if she loved him and whatever. I don't want to cast doubt on that. I just think that she's not an actress. She doesn't know how to be on camera, and maybe she was nervous or feeling awkward or whatever. But I heard people talking about her speech, the first speech that she gave after he was assassinated. And everyone was like, oh my God, it broke my heart. I had tears in my eyes. Oh my God, that was so beautiful. So I decided I need to see this. I need to watch it. I watched it and I was like, I don't believe her. Now, obviously I believe she loved him. Obviously I believe that she's like traumatized by it, but the delivery of what she was reading seemed like it wasn't a very good delivery. And yeah, people can give me shit for that, but the whole where she repeated a word a few times and she said it like in that kind of daytime TV dramatic acting kind of way, like, you know, he would be so happy. pause, cry, so happy. Like, I just don't, that doesn't seem authentic to me. Maybe that's just the way she is. Maybe obviously she was all cried out and she had to like give this speech, and maybe she took something to calm her nerves. So she kind of tried to like kind of make it sound emotional, and it just came across not very authentic. And I feel shitty for saying that, but when everybody was like, that was so powerful, that was so moving, that was so emotional, that was so raw, it didn't seem like it to me. I just had to say that. I just had to be honest about it. And people are like, well, why did you feel the need to say that? Why did you feel the need to say it? And I was like, because when other people on the other side criticize it and say she seems fake, like, yeah, I get it, but we need to explore maybe what the reason for that is. God knows what she's on. If I lost my wife in that kind of way, I would definitely be half cut for at least a month. I don't know what kind of shit I'll take to calm my nerves. And if somebody put some papers in front of me and said, look, you got to read this. People are expecting a statement from you. They want to know like what's going on. Like you need to basically like you need to make some kind of statement, right? And yeah, I would have to, if I had to go out there and give that speech, I probably wouldn't come across as genuine. I'd either be falling apart or I'd just be dead inside. But yeah, like when people like that come out and start having conspiracy theories now, they're going to point to that. They're going to point to her and say, well, look, that didn't seem very authentic. It didn't seem very genuine. But yeah, I mean, there's going to be conspiracy theories, obviously. Do I believe that shit? No, I don't really particularly believe that kind of shit.
Well, I don't know, and I'm not going to research because I don't care.
She was a pretty girl. Yeah, maybe she worked with Trump on like some kind of Miss USA shit, and that's probably how Charlie met her. But this whole kind of like child smuggling shit, like, oh, come on, man. Well, you're talking about countries where everybody's smuggling fucking people.
Whenever there's any sort of tragedy, they smuggle. It's just how it goes.
But what if she's a psychopath?
I don't think she is.
Or a sociopath?
I don't think she is, because she's really good at making facial expressions.
No, those are practiced.
Anyways, this is just speculation.
Who's very good at making facial expressions?
Have you ever seen any speech she's ever done?
No, I haven't.
So what are you talking about?
That was another question.
I've never
compared to other speeches.
I have never watched her speech. It seemed too sad, so I wasn't interested.
Who?
So I've never heard her speech.
Who's?
The wife.
Yeah, watch it. Honestly, watch it. It doesn't seem genuine. You'll be like, that doesn't seem like very good acting. It doesn't. It was flat delivery. It was that thing that the left usually do where they cry, but there's no tears.
Because like, I can't imagine being able to function right after and be able to do something like that. So like that wouldn't happen. And if somebody said you have to do this, I just not do it. Like you can't make somebody do something.
The problem is, especially with pretty girls, is that they're concerned about looking pretty. That's why if you're a murderer, and you kill somebody and you're a pretty girl, you're a hot girl, you're like a 9 or a 10, right? If you want to convince people, especially if you're an actress and you're a 9 or a 10, so everyone knows that you're concerned with your looks, and you have to go out in public and you have to make a statement about somebody who you killed and you're trying to get away with it, okay? And they're like thinking, oh my God, she's the wife. She's coming out now. She's going to speak to us. If you want to convince everyone and make sure that no police officer suspects you, no detective is going to look at you twice, you know what you got to do? Ugly cry. Ugly cry. Because beautiful bitches never want to do that. You go out there and cry ugly. I'm talking snot coming out of your nose, ugly fucking crying. And everyone's going to be like, oh shit, yeah, this is real. This is real. This is real, because she doesn't even care about trying to look pretty right now. She looks disgusting.
Oh my God.
What? Am I wrong?
I don't know. Like, personally, I would not be in public.
If you go out there and you give a statement, if you give a statement and you're holding a tissue up and you're dabbing away tears that aren't there, and you're like, I love him so much. It's like, nobody's going to believe you. But if you're bawling your eyes out and you're like, I'm never gonna find love again, and you're just got snot pouring out, and you're just like, you look awful. No, everyone's gonna think, oh shit, that's for real. There's no way she killed him.
Well, she's not trying to say she didn't kill him. My God.
No. But I'm just saying, if you want to convince people that you're authentic, you can't care about your appearance. And she, in that speech, I'm sorry, I'm just doing this to like point out that like, look, we've got to call it as you see it. She didn't seem authentic. I'm sorry, she didn't. But like I said, it could have been that she was on a whole bunch of like medication. It could have been like she was dealing with all this grief. God knows what she's going through right now. And she was probably, like I said, all teared out. I've been to 2 funerals that were for people very, very, very close to me, that meant the world to me. And the night before the funeral, I was just so fucking distraught about it that I had no emotion left for the funeral. And when I went there, everyone looked at me like, and they were probably thinking he's obviously not very bothered. But I was just emotionally just tapped out by that point. So it could be that we don't know what it was that's causing it. But I'm just saying, like, in a moment like that, I would think it's better to just be real rather than try and put on a performance.
Well,
Yeah, Tacticus is right. She could have just paralyzed herself.
well, Botox does make you more psychopathic because of the inability to move your face. Yes, and puffiness is inflammation. I don't do it. I need to get on it. Jesus. Give me some money. I'll go become a psychopath. Jeez, she did look puffy.
She looked puffy. Crying a lot does that. Crying a lot does that too.
But
Yeah.
mostly for like
Or
puffy
believing yourself
everywhere,
coming. Deep throat therapy. I don't know.
God, no.
It helps. Yes, it does.
Anyways.
Most men swear by it.
Jesus.
Someone's giving it.
Okay.
Most women do too. Yeah. Especially if you blow without telling them.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then I'm not gonna. Okay.
A lot of swearing. A lot of swearing. Or if you pull out and you tell them you're done, but then you spray right when you're just
in the eye. Yes.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Stop talking.
All over the face.
Jesus.
All over the hair. The hair pisses them off the most.
What if they have no hair?
Okay. Why would they have no hair?
They have cancer.
Oh my! What are you doing? Stop talking, both of you. Okay.
You're on chemo.
We're moving on. I don't know what the hell's wrong with you guys.
Let's go with it. Come on.
No.
They'll need the protein then. In that case, you really should put it in the mouth.
Your fingernails are falling off.
Okay, so let's talk about Israel because we have Steven here now, so we could talk about it. So there's a lot of conspiracies running around the interwebs because there was the 50 States, One Israel conference, and it was a 5-day study tour. So I guess, you know how like Israel invites people over to like
kill them?
I don't know. Shut up. You know what I mean? Like, what is that?
Psychologically manipulate them.
No, but what is
the country?
Well, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, look, it's just good business. But they invite them over and they take them around and they make them all like
go in a room with small.
Have you been there?
No.
Okay, well, shut up. Okay.
Do you know what they should call them? Do you know what they should call those rooms? They should call those rooms gaslighting chambers.
Okay, enough. Okay, stop. No.
What?
This is
What?
not
What?
what? Stop. We're trying to have a serious conversation.
Steve, is that not the best name for the room?
You can't go there, but
no, stop. Okay. Oh my God. Anyways, so whatever. The conference was held.
Okay, hang a second.
No.
I had to give myself a pat on the back there. I'm proud of that one.
Okay. We're moving on. Okay. So it was September 13th to 18th.
I'm giving you gold, Kat. And I know you're not Jewish, but the guy next to you is. So you should be happy.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. You're honorary. So shut up. You're the cheapest person I've ever met.
I do know actually more about Judaism.
Okay. We're gonna get to that. So silence. Okay. 250 state lawmakers from all 50 states, the largest group ever assembled, was over there, and they were doing their whole, I don't know what the hell they were doing, but they were discussing shared interests like security, innovation, economic cooperation, or whatever the hell they discuss. But
Jews love their interest.
whatever. Look, they brought them over and they did the whole, like they always invite the American Jews over there to like make them all like sympathetic for Israel. And they do that to non-Jews too, when they like them or when they want to use them for like something.
Treason.
Shut up. Whatever. So they bring them over and then they like indoctrinate them. So they become honorary Jewish too. So anyway, so that's what they did to all these people. And it was Republicans and Democrats, pretty evenly distributed. They went to learn about, whatever. They met with the prime minister. They did all that crap, counterterrorism talks, technology partnerships, cultural exchanges. And it was all, of course, funded by the Israeli government, whatever. These type of conferences, apparently they're not very rare. I mean, they happen a lot.
Every year.
With different countries. So like Dubai did it, China does it, like all these other countries do it too. It's never been this many representatives going to one of those things at one time. That's the only difference.
Actually, I do remember when I was living there, they would put all the flags of the dignitaries that are coming on the light poles along the streets. So yeah, they were doing it while I was there. This is nothing new.
Well, it's not just Israel. All the other countries were doing it too. So the U.S. representatives go to other countries all the time. So it's not like a big thing. The only thing that's different is the amount and the fact that it was all 50 states. And there were some rumors, which I did not fact check, okay? Because this is not a news channel. I did not fact check. But the
I understand this.
People, entertainment.
This is just
we can't expect any work from Kat, so it's cool.
Exactly. Look.
Let's be honest.
Look, I do know
this is very, very low effort. Don't get your hopes up, people.
Don't just remove effort. It's too much.
Okay. Anyways, so there's some rumors. Again, I don't know if this is real. It's probably conspiracy crap that like some states were going to put the Israeli flags in the classrooms and stuff like that. I don't know if that's true, but they're saying that is from like the result of going to this conference, right? We don't know. Whatever, we don't know. And then there was the conspiracies with when Charlie Kirk got shot. They put him in front of the Israeli flag and Trump by the American flag, basically calling him like an Israeli when he's American. So there's the conspiracies around that stuff. Anyways.
Oh, don't worry. He could never, ever become an Israeli because he's not Jewish.
Okay, well, whatever. Anyways. So in the event that perhaps, hypothetically, all these people went over there and basically are bought and paid for, and they sold the country to Israel. Let's just say that happened. What can we expect as now extended Israelis?
Treason trials.
Shut up, Stephen. Let's be fun. You retard. Okay.
They're going to make Hollywood great again.
They're going to force us to watch movies again. I don't know.
Auschwitz becomes the new movie.
We've already seen all those movies. They've already done that here. But like,
oh, they'll do it again.
Okay, stop. Okay, stop.
The Pianist too.
This is why I can't have any fun freaking stream, because you all have to ruin everything. Let's talk about how the cuisine will change.
I want a sequel to the Anne Frank story, where we explore the origin of the attic. Who built it and why?
Okay, stop. All right. So, what is the lifestyle like?
You're not gonna change while we eat.
Stop. Shut up.
Shawarma.
Schindler's Next List.
Okay, look, as an American,
Better food.
Okay, we wake up and
Shut
up. Traditional American breakfast would be
Fruit Loops, skim milk, lots of sugar, donuts, just any sort of carb you like.
Yes. Okay.
Oatmeal.
Okay. Oatmeal, like all like the fake
brisket for lunch.
No, we don't do that.
Oh,
What are you
no.
talking about? Brisket. That's not
Brisket.
American.
A brisket sandwich,
That's
maybe.
that's lunch, but I mean, we're talking breakfast still. So
Most
what
Americans would not have brisket for breakfast.
Yeah, most Americans can't afford
Salmon
meat,
and
Damon.
salmon and cream cheese bagel.
No.
Oh, lox and bagels. That's what we was talking
Okay,
about.
so when we become
That actually might be. No, that's not healthier.
when we become Israel, what
Okay,
what do
so-
they
oh, wait,
eat
wait,
for
wait, wait.
breakfast? We're just
Wait,
talking
oh, wait,
breakfast
okay, but-
foods.
So lox and bagels is not normal in Israel. I'm sorry. They
Okay.
don't-
Give
there
us
was
give us the
there was
real
longest time
food.
before we had an actual bagel.
They don't
shop.
have bagels in Israel?
No, they did not have bagels.
What the
You're
hell
not
kind of
telling us on
bullshit
this,
is this?
Steve.
They do now.
You're not selling us on this.
No, they do now, but they didn't. for
They
the
didn't
longest
have
time.
fucking bagels?
No bagels. I'm sorry. they
What?
didn't. Actually, I'm not
I thought
sorry.
this was traditional.
No, that's Ashkenaz. That's the white Jew from Europe that went over from Poland to
Oh
the
my
United
god,
States.
are Jews racist against the Ashkenazis?
Ashkenazis are white Jews, so they're not racist against themselves, but they are racist against the Sfaradim. Sfaradim are the
What do they
darker-
look
They're
like?
darker. Like
So
you.
so like they have their own
They
little
look
race.
like you.
So the Ashkenazis are the
So they're
based ones that we want, is what you're saying.
What?
The Ashkenazis are the based ones that we want, is what you're saying.
You don't want those, no. they're the extremists. I don't think there's very many Sephardi Jews that
Okay,
are
look,
extremists.
whatever. They look hot, right?
Let's
Yes,
talk
they're
about
the
breakfast.
extremists.
What's the
Okay.
breakfast? What's the breakfast?
Let's focus.
Well, it's usually Yerushalmi salad, Jerusalem salad with like cucumbers and
Say it again,
and
say it
tomatoes.
again. We need to learn the words. Say it again. How do you say it like
First of all, Steve, what's your name in Yiddish?
No, I don't know Yiddish. No, it's
How would Jews say your name?
still Stephen. Even though I was stoned in the Bible, but I was able to. I know how to write it in Hebrew.
they
but-
say they can say Stephen in,
Yes,
in,
they can.
in Hebrew. Okay.
They wouldn't say it any other way.
So you have a traditional Jewish name.
No,
Pronunciation.
no, they can pronounce it, but it's
How would they say it? Give me a Jew accent, Steve.
Say Jerusalem
They say
salad.
Stephen.
No, say it
How?
like a Jew.
Salat Yerushalmi.
So we're gonna have to learn Hebrew on
Okay,
this
so
channel.
listen,
That's
I
his
heard
name.
I
What
heard
did
how
say?
you
Don't say
pronounce that.
anything Racist.
Now,
What racist?
cat, shush. I heard how you pronounce that, Stephen. Now say Stephen like that.
Stephen.
No.
No, do it with the accent.
They say no. They say it in the Israeli accent. They say it like Stephen.
Stephen.
It is the same thing. There are different accents in Israel, and they have different ways that they say things, but they still say Stephen. It's not anything.
I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
I'm somewhat disappointed. I was expecting something a little bit more exotic. But okay.
Oh,
Moving along with
Can
the
you say
tell
Damien?
us about the salad. Tell us about the Jew salad.
it's tomatoes, cucumbers, which are melefafonim, and
Wait,
tomatoes.
hold on. Which is what?
Melefafonim.
What is that?
Melefafon is a cucumber.
Holy crap, this is gonna be difficult. Go on.
Cucumbers, tomatoes, onions, olive oil, za'atar.
Which is a Persian's like that too.
The Persians like the za'atar,
Uh-huh.
but it's usually an Arabic thing, not so much Persian. Even though it has somak in it.
So maka the face. Okay.
And
All
they have
right.
it with pita, and they have it with falafel, and they have it with warm hummus. So
Mhm.
hummus that it's actually warm. It's not cold.
It's highly
okay.
estrogenic though, just a warning to the
Their
boys.
boobs are ginormous over there. You love it, Damon.
Oh God, man,
huge.
I've seen there's Jewish guys here in the UK and they've got titties, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god. Well, all Americans.
Even when they're not fat, but they got titties
Yeah,
and double chin. They'll look skinny, but they got a double chin and tits. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
Are they darker skinned or lighter skinned?
No, white.
White. Oh,
They don't count.
They don't.
That's maybe
Actually,
inbreeding.
Well, there's a lot of
Okay.
Yeah.
Cohen,
let's
Kohanim.
look, shut the hell up. We're moving
Oh,
on.
funnily enough, there was a Cohen. Yeah, one of them was a Cohen.
So Cohens must marry to other Cohens or
Levies.
Levies. Cohens and Levies.
Mhm.
They are.
Oh, Levy was the other one.
Oh, damn. So
Well, there
Yeah.
you go.
we're inbred.
Well, come on. Let's
No,
relax.
they have to do that to keep the priesthood. pure, quote unquote,
because they have like
whatever.
special powers.
They can count.
Okay.
It's Jewish magicians, yo.
Okay. What does the Jew eat for lunch?
The
What
Jew?
can?
They're
Well, wait.
Jewish. They're not actual full
Cat,
Jew.
Okay,
Cat, you
whatever.
have to
Jew is
ask
before
these.
Jesus, so
You
they're
have to
Jewish.
ask these questions with a German accent. You have to.
What is these? I don't know how to do a
What-
German
what?
How
accent.
do you eat the food?
Stephen, please.
Oh my god.
What does the Jew eat for
Okay,
lunch?
what kind of what does the Jew do for
The
lunch?
Jew.
Shawarma.
What is a
Oh,
shawarma?
shawarma. It's the best thing, man. You know, they take all this meat, they slice it up.
What
they
kind
put
of
it on
meat?
this-
What kind of meat?
It
What's
could be hodu, turkey. It could be
hodu?
Hodu.
Okay,
How do you like it?
stop.
Could be turkey, could be
So
chicken.
embarrassing.
Tarningolet is a fresh chicken that's still alive.
What?
it-
Wait, what?
A
That's
living
good.
chicken sliced up.
They eat live chicken?
No, they don't. They kill the chicken first. and
Okay,
it has to
stop
bleed
stop
out.
making jokes when I
Anyway.
won't understand.
There's chicken,
Mhm.
rarely lamb. They don't usually do that. So it's either chicken or turkey. It's on a spit. Well, it's sliced and put onto a spike, and then they turn it around next to a thing that heats it up and cooks it. And they slice it off. And then
Oh,
they
like
put
one of
it-
those Barbie ovens. There's
Yeah,
like a
and-
lamp behind it. Yeah.
Yeah, and they may put it in a pita or in a lavash, which is a large piece of bread that's flat.
Ooh, Persians eat
And
that too.
yeah, and they also the Turkish, the Turks and the
Who
Greeks.
cares what the
You're basically just a Turk, Cat. Well, let's move along. Move along.
But anyway, you put some hummus on it. You put some salat Yerushalmi, Jerusalem salad.
Breakfast
there.
leftovers
We're still
on top of
frickin'
it.
salad?
No, yeah, well, you put it in there. They put it in everything.
They put the salad in it, and they have the
use
salad
it
for
as
the
a lubricant for
breakfast.
sex,
And the hummus.
everything.
I have a feeling that hummus is basically like food lubricant for the Jews.
It is. Well, also tahina.
Is that- wait, hold on,
Tahina
hold on.
is also, that is a huge
Highly
lubricant.
estrogenic.
No, but this
highly
tahina, they put
estrogen.
tahina in
Tahina is highly
everything.
estrogenic.
They have tahina that's pre-made in the store, and anyone can make tahina. It's easy to make it, but they put it on there. They also add French fries, otherwise known as freedom fries. So they put freedom
No,
fries.
no, no.
in
Now they're Jew fries. Well,
no, they're not Jew fries. They are freedom fries. So they put freedom fries in there, and then along with the chicken and everything, and they might put some chamotzim, which is pickled.
they don't have
Vegetables?
camel.
They don't have camel, so there's no camel eaten.
No,
there.
Dubai did not purchase America. Okay, we're not having camel.
But it is amazing. You get a good shawarma on the street. You get in line. There's a long line. They have the showers in the back. Very nice. Very, very nice.
Okay. And like, okay, what are some other cultural things that we can expect? I heard that they have very aggressive driving and honking culture.
Yes, they go on the sidewalk. Sidewalks are an
So we're going to be able to
optional
drive
way
on
to
the
drive.
sidewalk in
Yeah,
America.
yeah. And if there is an additional room for a lane, they will make it.
Okay.
Motorcycles are meant to go all the way
Oh, we're
forward
all going to get
between-
motorcycles.
Well,
Yes?
there's herds of them there. There's like amazing. It's
Like
20 of them could be
Asia
coming-
has that
like
too.
Asia, well,
Mhm.
not as bad, but definitely a lot of tus they call them. It's a a small motorcycle scooter. That's right. That's what they call them here. Tus. Shabbat elevators. Yeah, they're going up and down constantly. They love to waste energy.
Oh, so they can't touch anything at
Yes,
specific
they cannot
times.
press a button. So the Shabbat elevator is going up and down, up and down. up and down,
Constantly. Okay.
constantly.
I got it. So it stops at every single floor?
Yes.
Oh, no. Nobody's going to be in a high rise anymore. It just doesn't sound good.
But if you have a goy, if you're goy with you, the goy they can't tell the goy, which is we're goy. We're
Mhm.
goying.
Yeah.
So you cannot tell the goy to do something because then you're making the goy work for you. You can say, like, you walk in a dark room and say, "Oh, it's dark in here," and then the goy will sometimes, which is what I would do.
Oh, so it's
play
just
with
like passive aggressive bullying into doing what you want them to do.
But what I would do is I would play with them and say, like, it's dark. Oh, you're right. It's dark. Yeah, it's very dark in here. Yeah, it's dark. You're very observant. And then
Oh my
just
God.
on. And then finally, it's like, you want me to turn the light on? Yeah, Make it
You
better.
used to just look at them and be like, I'm not turning the light on, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, terrible.
Well, it's like, it's very light in here. Oh, you know what? Sorry, if they're like, it's very dark in here, just be like, I seem to be missing $20 from my wallet.
Oh my god, terrible. All right, so what else?
But it's dark in here, though. I know, but there's still not $20 in my wallet.
If you could make it a little bit heavier, you know.
Tell us about the pastries.
Oh man, so there's a place if you ever go to Jerusalem.
No, we are in it now. Here.
Yerushalayim.
We are in it here. It is here now. So
Yerushalayim.
what kind of stuff are we going to expect them to bring over as part of the cultural exchange?
They have great. They have these cinnamon buns. They have.
I hate cinnamon buns. No, thank you.
America already has those, though.
Okay,
No, but
first
these
of all,
cinnamon buns are different. They're
American
got
cinnamon
Cinnabon.
buns are disgusting. I'll
You're
say.
disgusting, bitch.
like they have borecas, which are based. They fill them with.
Oh, those are nice.
Mhm.
Like with pistachio and walnut and all kinds of stuff.
Pistachio. You mean? You must mean baklava.
Yeah, that one.
Is
Oh no,
baklava-
the Rake is the one that's the one with. Is that the one that like there's like a sweet cheese and then layers of like pastry and more sweet cheese and stuff like
Not-
that?
No, they. that could
Borecas
be-
is cheese, potato, spinach, or mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could have.
I had the Too's one, and it's oily as fuck, but
Yeah,
good.
A lot of because of the butter coming out of the pastry. Oh, but it is, and they put some sesame seeds on and more estrogen. Yeah, that's good.
I don't have it with sesame seeds.
Okay, what's a schnitzel?
It's
you know?
just pounded out chicken. that is
So it's
Pounded
like
out.
chicken nuggets. Okay,
fried.
chicken nugget
You
or
could,
chicken katsu.
yes,
Chicken katsu.
It's
Okay.
Papa ganoush really is not that common there.
Really?
They do have an eggplant. It's a smoky eggplant dip.
Mm-hmm.
It's similar.
Okay. And tabbouleh, is that?
Yeah, no, they have it. They have it. It's not like here, but they have it.
Okay, what is a shuk?
It's like a outdoor market. Souk in Arabic and shuk in Hebrew.
Okay. And talk about the haggling culture. How do we have to?
They don't haggle. The Arabs haggle way more than the Israelis.
So,
And
okay,
when you
like-
go to the shuk, the price is the price. You're not haggling.
Okay, so like if you have like a ranking of who haggles the best, you got your Indians, you got your Arabs,
I can't.
you
say.
got your Jewish, you got your
Probably Persians,
really?
maybe Indians.
Which one would be the top?
Indians
I
don't
don't
haggle
know.
the best. They're just the most annoying. So you just want to get the fuck away from them as soon as possible. And sometimes you're just like, I feel bad for this guy. It's just so, yeah. Indians get most of the shit out of pity. They're very good at begging. So when you see them haggle, you're just like, oh man, this guy's just so fucking tragic. I'll give him some money. It's like a pity thing. It's not really that like you're great at haggling. It's that you're so fucking terrible that I think I'm going to be the only one giving you money today.
But if you are, say, do they have the same culture in India where if you're the first person in the shop, they must sell to you?
I don't know.
It's like really bad luck for the entire day if you go to an Arab shop and you do not buy something.
Oh, dude, thanks for telling me that. I'm going to go to every Arab shop I see as early as I can. And I'm just going to be like, nah, fuck you, bye.
Oh come
And they'll
on,
chase you out of the shop.
get
They
something.
won't. They like.
Make it cheap though.
No, I won't. I'm sick to shit of them at this point. I'm done. My
Well,
tolerance is tapped
remember-
out.
Remember, because America was purchased by Israel, but like didn't the Arabs purchase England?
London.
London. At least London, they got
Wait.
the whole thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
Paris-
why. That's why I'm just gonna fuck them over as much as possible from now on.
They own you guys now. So
Yeah,
it is
I know.
what it
I'll
is.
just be like, fuck your couch, and I'm just gonna piss them off everywhere I can.
God. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm on a warpath now.
What is this?
I'm gonna go to this one across the road. I'm gonna go there at 5 a.m. And I'll just be morning. Am I the first customer? They'll be like, yes, sir. And I'll be like, oh, thanks. By the way, I'm not buying anything. Bye. Like,
Gosh.
I know. And now I'll be like the Grinch at Christmas. My heart's gonna grow 3 sizes after that. I'm gonna feel better about myself all day. Especially knowing that I'm gonna do the same fucking thing the next day.
Okay. Is this true? Israeli hospitality. Do they do this?
Israelis and Arabs will take care of you if you enter their house, and they will protect you as well.
Is it like
Even if you're breaking in?
Once
Well, if
you're
breaking
inside,
in,
Damon.
No. If
They
you're
have
invited
to-
in, if you're broken in.
Well, I'm here now.
Some of them might do stuff. I don't know.
I would love them to be super hospitable and just be like, oh, well, what is it you would like? I would like your TV and maybe
Oh my
if there's a
God.
safe somewhere. Do you have a safe? Yes, we do. Okay, can you show me to the safe? Cool. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Bye.
$20 and you'll.
I'll come by your shop tomorrow early and I might buy something.
But yeah, they do have very good hospitality. Arabs as well.
Okay, so what is straight talk, bluntness about their culture? They're very blunt.
Do greet? What?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that they are very. I don't know what that word is, but yes, they're very blunt. When you first get there, you think they're rude, but they're not. They're just being forward. And then when you get to know them, they're very, very warm and very welcoming and helpful.
Do you think that I come off like that sometimes?
No, not quite. No, they're
Because
way worse.
I have heard that I'm very,
Yes, you are, but not. Okay, Israeli women, if you were to approach them and just say hi, they will cut you down because most of the men are so. If the men get any sort of signal that you might like them, they're all over you. My sister.
So like a Jewish woman would be like, when she saw Kat,
That's like all men.
a Jewish woman would be like, oh, nice to meet you. Oh, look, her face is so pretty. But she has fat arms that are wobbly.
Oh my God. No, I feel like that's all men.
No. This is worse. So my sister got into problems in Tel Aviv when she was nice to strangers and they were like pursuing her, like following her around.
Well, okay.
She didn't
First of all,
she needed to be blunt and
your sister is like, I know it's hard to tell by looking at Steven. She does not look like the female version of him. She looks like a princess. I don't know how she's related to him, but she's like so she's true. She doesn't look
DM
like
me.
you.
Yeah, send it. I'm going to look at my phone right now. Steve, is she well taken care of?
She's
yeah.
older.
That's a no. That's
she's
a no.
older. No, she is. No, but I mean, she's married to an Israeli, so I don't know.
So she's ready to trade up then, is what you're saying.
No, she's
quite satisfied.
She's satisfied with where she is.
But okay, the problem is his sister is so drop dead gorgeous that she cannot go anywhere.
Send me the pictures. Just send it.
Like she can't even breathe. I tell you about, like, I told her that I saw a picture of her.
Oh yes, that's right.
And I was so like in a rage.
You're so pissed off for how long?
Months.
She didn't know. So she gave me this cookbook.
But Kat, he's not gonna fuck his sister. What are you jealous
for? I didn't know
for?
who it was.
She didn't know, but she gave me this book that you can write recipes in, and she put her picture. She taped her picture in there, and she had a note and everything. And she didn't like put her last name, but I don't even know if she put her first
It doesn't
name.
matter, don't
Doesn't
say
matter.
it.
So she just put for you, Steve. Kiss, kiss, kiss.
There might
Love you.
Love you so much. And then she saw this and she was like, "Oh, the hell is this, bitch? Why are you keeping this?"
Oh my God. Kat, you must have looked so stupid when you found out this is
Well, okay, look, you have to understand. This is like literally the most gorgeous woman in the world. His sister. I would say so. Do you think so?
She's my sister, so
yeah. Pretend you don't have eyes because she's your sister.
How many?
But
okay, Steve. How many drinks before you'd bang?
No.
Oh my
no. No, she just has to open her mouth and no, done. Highly argumentative.
All the pretty ones are.
Mhm. She knows what she knows, and no one else knows any better.
Dude, every girl is argumentative. Just deal with it. Anyways.
I
So
was going to give Steve some advice, but he wouldn't be able to do it. So
what?
I'll just say they're all like that until you put your dick in them.
Okay,
Oh.
stop. What is disgusting? We can't have like a normal conversation with you guys.
Well,
That is a normal conversation. It's just that unfortunately she's his sister.
right. And Damon, this is how he communicates. He can't talk to them till he gets his dick in them.
Okay.
I
Moving on.
talked to them before, Steve. It would be inappropriate if I just did that without even having a conversation.
You could do that. I mean,
You could.
prostitutes.
Some cultures frown upon it, though.
Right. Yeah, they do. Fortunately. What was your next?
Okay, so I think we're done because you guys can't be serious. But
We are being serious.
We're being stoned serious.
okay, look, which do you think is better? That we are owned by Israel or like Damon owned by the Arabs?
Israel.
Arabs.
Israel.
Oh, well, okay, yes, because
Who has better food?
well, the
and
Arabs,
culture?
the Arabs are going to chop off your fingers and your hands.
Yeah, I was going to say, how common are acid attacks in Israel?
They're not at all. They
Not
don't
at all.
have-
How common are pedo rape gangs?
No, they don't have that.
Nope.
Right. Okay. Setting fire to people in the middle of the street.
No, not at all.
Nope.
Okay. How often do they bathe?
The religious Jews only bathe once a week. The secular Jews are bathing every day, maybe
Okay.
multiple times a day.
How bad of a problem is BO for them?
Oh my gosh! If you go on a bus in an area of town that there's a lot of Orthodox Jews that are not working, they're just praying to God and collecting money from the government and pissing off all of the secular Israelis. And they have their arm above, grabbing the rail above. You're gonna faint. And if it's in the summer, oh my
Look.
gosh, you're the smell just emanating through.
Okay,
So
look,
what's the percentage? What's the percentage of those versus the ones that don't smell of BO?
Of the entire country, like 5%, maybe 10,
It's only 5%.
Okay.
maybe 10.
10%.
Okay.
Of the ones,
Okay,
I mean,
so
it could be
compared
20.
to the 99.9 of the Arabs here that do smell, then yeah, I think we'll take the Israelis over the Arabs.
But again,
Okay.
these are religious,
Okay.
Orthodox Jews that they don't have the money to bathe.
Anyways,
It's
we
expensive.
are moving on. What the hell?
What the hell is your problem, Kat?
Have you
I'm-
been to Israel?
Yes, I lived there for 11 and a half years.
There you go. How many Israelis have you banged?
Oh, a lot.
And what percentage would you
We're better than Kat.
Huh? What? What percentage? What percent? What? Finish the question.
What percentage were better than Kat?
Oh, better? No, there's someone that's better.
Oh, there you go, Kat. Apart from Kat thinking that your sister's better.
That's the only one.
No, she's not my type.
Yeah, he has this is his taste. So
That's-
They do say, Steve,
completely
that
opposite.
incest is fun for all the family. So
That's what they say in South Virginia or North Virginia or West Virginia. East Virginia?
Alabama?
West Virginia. West Virginia.
What are we
Yes.
talking about? I don't even know.
Incest. Fun
Oh my
family.
god. Can we have a non-degen conversation?
oh god.
It's impossible with
Just
these.
enough to-
Kat's brain just caught on.
All right. Okay, let's talk about something fun.
What?
Thank you.
What was fun? What we were talking about before was fun.
Okay.
Fun
So
with
the
flags.
H-1B visa fee increase. So instead of like, I think it was like $100 or something, now it's $100,000 that
What?
employers have to pay annually if they want someone with an H-1B visa. But
Did you verify that?
It's
No.
cat, Steve.
Why is this a question?
No, you should like verify some of this stuff. That
Look,
if it seems unreasonable, I would verify it.
I don't think that's unreasonable.
That is unreasonable. If you have like 10 employees, it's add it up.
Okay, hold on. Let me get the
2
video.
seconds time. Cat's going to be like, oh, okay, maybe I read that wrong.
Hold on. There's a video, so I
She
don't
got
have
it
to
from
say
TikTok,
anything.
So
It's not a TikTok. Here we go.
Tech companies or other big companies
Hold on.
train foreign workers. They have to pay the government $100,000, then they have to pay the employee. So it's just not economic. If you're going to train somebody, you're going to train one of the recent graduates, one of the great universities across our land, train Americans, not bringing in people to take our jobs. That's the policy here, $100,000 a year for H-1B visas, and all of the big companies are on board. We've spoken to them about the gold card.
They love it. They love it. They really love it. You need it.
that is
Go ahead, Chad.
insane.
President, it seems like there's two categories of visa programs. H-1B.
No more will be.
Okay. So that's what they said. And
That's crazy pants.
no. This is good because we don't want foreigners taking. They
Well,
took
but-
our jobs.
but we
Remember
we have
South Park?
chip
Hey,
makers
jabs.
bring over for these new chip.
You know what? They don't
facilities.
need to bring it over. They need to train us on how to do it.
Yeah, that's what they need to bring people over here for. They
They're
need
not
bring
going to
them
do
over
that. They're not
because
going to do that.
In Taiwan, they're highly trained.
Silence. Okay. So the critics say companies will just move the jobs offshore or online. The proclamation does not. This is also has not been verified. Everything I say is pure speculation, rumors, conspiracies. The proclamation does not apply to anyone who has a current visa. The proclamation only applies to future applicants on the February lottery who are currently outside the US. It does not apply to anyone who participated in the 2025 lottery. The proclamation does not impact the ability of any current visa holder to travel to or from the US. A senior US administration's official told someone, I don't know what that is, that the newly announced 100,000 annual fee visas will only apply to fresh petitions and not to existing visa holders or renewals, easing concerns among all the Indian professionals currently here. According to the official, individuals already on H-1B visas, including those currently traveling abroad or visiting India, need not worry about rushing back to the U.S. before the new rule takes effect. So, yeah, if you already made it, you made it. This is just for like any additional things.
But if you're Israeli, you don't have to pay it.
This is only basically for India, right? Because those are the ones we're massively importing. I don't think any other country. I don't see anyone else from any other country being imported, just India.
Really? Yeah, man. You guys are lucky. You don't have any engineers and doctors coming over from Somalia by the hundreds of thousands?
Oh. No.
No.
Oh, funny that. They must have all come here.
I mean, you should like close your borders, make it difficult for them to do that. But that's just my opinion.
I think that taking the doctor jobs is ridiculous. That's like the only thing Americans can do.
The only thing.
I don't mind like having, skilled, qualified doctors and engineers coming over to our country. I just don't like it when they just start killing people in the streets and raping them. That's the
Okay,
thing.
we're not allowed to
They
say
seem
those
too
words.
focused on doing that than actually, working in hospitals and, and
Okay.
businesses.
I believe a lot of the immigration over there was not like professionals.
Yeah, all these doctors and engineers can't come in legally as well for some reason. I don't know why. They just seem to come in on little dinghies or, smuggled in on a ferry on the back of a truck. You're a doctor, you're an engineer. You should at least be able to know how to kind of travel in legally, but apparently not.
You know how, or even have the funds to get on an air transport and be able to survive in the country that you just got there.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I've never met doctors and engineers who can't read until I met the foreign ones.
Oh.
what?
Yeah.
So are they licensed?
But do they not speak English though? Is that it?
Oh no, they speak English. They can tell you that they're a doctor and an engineer. It's just they can't read English.
Well, yeah, because like if I moved to Israel, I would not be able to write it or read it.
Yes.
It's the hardest part. Speaking is
But wait,
easier.
Wait, what?
I know, but before you have a chance to ask them any of these questions, usually they start attacking you and then robbing you and then running away. So it's like, yeah.
Well, the question,
You know, at some point we might start wondering if they really actually are doctors or engineers.
That's the question I was about to make.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but you know, we don't want to be racist. We don't want to question that. We don't want to doubt them.
You're not allowed to do that.
Well, no, because then we might be arrested. We might be arrested for having wrong think.
So then they walk into a hospital like, I'm a surgeon. I walk into a hospital from Somalia and I say, I'm a surgeon. I can't read what this is, but I'm a surgeon. You have to let me work here. And then they're not allowed to question whether he's a surgeon or not. They're not allowed to like, hey, show us your license, show us where you got your internship, all of this stuff. No, you can't do that. You have to just let them start cutting people.
And put your penis away as well. Put your penis away because that woman hasn't signed a consent form yet.
You can't.
So we're not actually going to do anything to her at the moment.
What the heck?
No, you can't ask them to put their penis
Okay,
away.
what are you guys talking about? Are you guys trying to get me canceled already?
No,
Jesus Christ.
we're just dicking around.
Jesus. All right. Interesting. Okay.
Remember, though, when they're doing all these things, diversity is your strength.
Okay. They want to know why you were in Israel.
Because my family thought they wanted to become missionaries to convert the Jews to Christianity.
I don't think.
You grew up in a cult, basically. Tell them about your cult.
I don't think that affairs were her only addiction.
I think it was Twinkies.
Yeah, I was gonna say donuts.
Been, like inhaling them. And
Jesus Christ, how many affairs did she? If it was only affairs, how much sperm did she eat?
Oh my God!
She was.
She must have been sucking on it like it was the fountain of youth.
Beautiful.
Black men will love her. Yeah, they will. These are the women that social media and black men convinced that they were 10s.
We're all 10s now, Damon. How dare you? Okay, hold on. I saw something. What do you guys think of this?
Oh my word. That was a black dude who wrote that post.
We don't know. We don't know.
See, this is the thing, man. I mean, I'm not racist, but I'm starting to get pissed off that these dudes don't have higher standards.
Well, nobody has high standards. It's really hard here.
You have to lower your standards in order to.
Don't say if you're black, Steve. That's racist.
No. If you're Indian.
Stop. I swear. I tried to have like one non-racist stream.
It's not. We're speaking truth here.
No. This is ridiculous.
We're speaking facts.
I thought you said dream instead of stream. I was like, this is the modern day Martin Luther King. I tried to have one non-racist dream.
I had a dream.
I had a stream. I had a stream one day. Till it was canceled.
This is funny. Hold on. Yeah, it's queen.
Oh, and then you gave him AIDS the first time.
Yeah.
It's a romance. What are you talking about?
Yes, romantic AIDS.
Gonorrhea.
Cha cha cha.
Imagine if the dude read that headline.
Dude, there's just
And he didn't know.
you know, there's so
beforehand.
many like
Yeah, he didn't know.
look, I know like of some guys that are totally okay with this type of stuff. Like
Some
just
young guy.
no, there's
If
like a
they,
whole bunch of psychotic liberal guys that are like they find nothing wrong with any of this. They let the women say whatever the hell they want. And
oh,
they're
oh
totally
my
okay with
God,
it.
I've got to tell you a story. Oh my word. Okay, so a friend of mine at work, he's taken over some new duties, so he has to go. What?
I saw something racist on the internet.
And she's gonna post it, isn't
I
she?
can't.
She's gonna show it.
Let's see. Show.
It's against the Indians, so apologies to my Indian brethren. But it was funny, okay?
Is it apologies to Jis?
Yes. Don't mention it.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Send that to me.
Oh my god. My god.
Oh God, that's so
make a-
fucked up.
Are you gonna make a shirt out of it?
I might
Oh,
do.
wait, hold on. Let me get out of this. Oh god.
Oh, send that. Oh
Mhm.
Jesus.
So you were telling
Yeah.
me
So
before.
there's a guy at my work who has to go to university to take a couple of courses because he's teaching in this new field, and I went and met him because I had to get some paperwork off of him, and we just went to basically to the bar just beside the uni, and these students start coming in, right? And obviously, like, there's a couple of them that are his age. Most of them are about like 5 to 10 years younger. And he sees this girl, and but by the way, him and his wife are separated. But he sees this girl and he goes, "This chick she's in my class." And he was like, she's a smoke show. You got to see this girl. Like, and she was at the bar getting drinks. So I saw her from the back. And to be fair, from the back, she already looked great. And then when she turned around face wise, she was very, very nice. Like, very nice. Like, easily like a 6.5, 7. And she comes over and she sits at his table and she starts chatting to him. And I was thinking to myself, dude, you've got a chance here. I think you've got a chance. Like, you should move on that. And then he says to me, like, "Oh, she's got a boyfriend." And I'm like, you've only been to like 3 classes already, and already you know she's got a boyfriend. So like maybe she's trying to tell you something. And he's very much like not at all confident when it comes to this kind of shit. So I'm telling him, like, you got it. And he was like, "No, she's got a boyfriend." He's, "What has she told you about the boyfriend?" And she's just bitching about her boyfriend all the time. And he sounds like some fucking beta, like really weak, emasculated dude. Like, no leadership skills, nothing. She doesn't seem to like or respect the dude. And I was thinking that exact same thing that like you were saying a moment ago. I'm thinking like, dude, you could go to her house, you could fuck this chick, and he would be in the next room just waiting for you to finish. And then be like, can I have a go now? Like, but then we saw her boyfriend like 2 weeks later, when I had to go back again. Like, I met him afterwards. Like, we went for some drinks, and the boyfriend was there. And the boyfriend's like literally that kind of guy. Like, you could make a move on her while he's sitting there at the table, and he'll just patiently sit and not say shit. Yeah, that's true. Did you see the tweet by James Woods?
No, I don't know who that is.
Fucking legend. Fucking legend.
Is that the actor James Woods?
Yes.
Okay.
The search James Woods tweet on Jimmy Kimmel where he said, like, "I'm actually quite sad that Jimmy Kimmel got canceled. Like, as an actor, as a performer, I like respect his views and blah blah blah. You know, I don't think it was right to do." Just see if you can find that tweet. It's amazing. If not, I can send it to you.
Do you know?
I'll try and send it to you. I might drop out, but just give me a sec. I'll send it to you.
Uh-oh. I mean, here's his thing. I don't know.
Well, you probably have to go further down. That's what she said.
Oh my God. Is it here? No. No.
This guy has a lot of time on his hands.
He's just like a boomer that just sits around and tweets all day on the toilet.
Did you see this stuff? I sent it to you. Did you check? James
No.
Wood's a fucking genius. The dude is legit a genius. He's fucking awesome. They tried canceling him, and the guy just fucking owns everyone.
I don't have the Discord open. Hold on.
Open it. I sent you. So I sent you a bunch of shit actually.
Oh my God. Okay.
This is brilliant. This tweet is fucking awesome.
All righty. Here we go. Yes, this it?
Yep.
Okay.
We all made jokes at Jimmy Kimmel's expense, but Mr. Kimmel is a fellow artist, and I am in fact heartbroken to see the way he has been treated. I believe he is, in his heart of hearts, a good and decent fellow devoid of malice and hate. Just kidding, Jimbo, eat shit. Just so poignant. It's like so straight up brilliant.
Oh my God.
What?
Oh, nothing. Anyways.
Can you put up the thing with Mark Zuckerberg?
Okay. Here's this one.
The one where they basically admit that they did whatever they were told.
Okay, hold on. I got this one.
Yeah. Oh, no. But that's also like 100%. Why don't you trust the government? There you go. That's why. Everything fucking redacted. Yeah, Facebook admit they deplatformed anybody Biden admin told them to, and they didn't ask any questions.
Sounds about
We
right.
all said this. When we said that they're just a fucking tool of the Democrats, everybody was like, no, they're not. You just can't handle it because you're full of hate, and that's why you don't follow the rules and you get deplatformed.
And what is this? What is this about?
Oh yeah, Trump's just not giving a fuck with how he sounds anymore. This is how you know he's been listening to that Polish minister, Dominik Brzezinski, I think it is. But yeah, read that.
That's a lot of words. I don't even know how to read that.
I don't know how to
Lilalan.
but you vote, don't you?
That's not my
Ilhan
fault.
Omar's country of Somalia is plagued by a lack of central government control, persistent poverty, hunger, resurgent terrorism, piracy, decades of civil war, corruptions, and pervasive violence. 70% of the population lives in extreme poverty and widespread food insecurity. Somalia is consistently ranked among the world's most corrupt countries, including bribery, embezzlement, and a dysfunctional government. All of this, and Omar tells us how to run America. P.S. Wasn't she the one who married her brother in order to gain citizenship? What scum, in capital letters, what scum we have in our country telling us what to do and how to do it. Thank you for attention to this matter. Make America great again. Well, deport her.
Beautiful.
Deport her. If she really married her brother, investigate it and kick them both the fuck out. And while you're at it, deport Rashida Tlaib and all the other fucking idiots that are in that group.
I don't know who these people are.
How the fuck do you have a stream?
Yes, I would like to publicly apologize for every opinion he's ever had.
That's right. That's what wives do for the husbands.
Mm-hmm. And all his terrible accents, and
Especially the British one.
yeah, and also Damon's terrible British accent.
Damon actually, his true accent is a southern.
I sound like a hellbilly.
Yeah, from. He has this accent that sounds like this. Very normally, he talks like he's from the South.
You're making me sound like White Up.
Did you see what that passive aggressive little leprechaun sent?
Who are you talking about?
Oh my gosh, how many leprechauns do you know?
You're making me feel like the kid whose parents are fighting.
Oh my god.
Tarek's my boy.
Every time like you two are on a stream together, I feel like I'm like you're hanging out at your dad's house, and I'm trying to be supportive, but like I secretly I want to talk shit.
Tarek's stream it's going like Tarek has some fucking awesome streams lately. It's like talking some real shit. But yeah, yesterday got a bit messy because there was like some angry Democrats. Like, he had some left-wing dude who's involved in politics, who I think was trying to run for like some political position. And I'm like, who the fuck would... I don't want to talk shit about this guy because I respect the fact that he came on the platform and he came on to talk. But at the same time, I'm like, dude, you're talking shit. And you're just like a walking advert for how this is like a mental illness among the left right now. But the funniest thing is that Teriak had this gay dude that was on his channel a couple of times. And this gay dude was talking to this guy who was running for a political position. And because this guy is a liberal, obviously he sounds queer. And he sounds like super, super, super effeminate. And this gay dude just asks him in the middle of the conversation, like, are you gay? And the guy's like, no, I'm not. It's like, you bi? Are you trans? And the guy's like, no, like, he's like, so you're straight? It's like, yeah. And he goes, well, then you need to stop talking the way you talk. And it's like, why? And it's like, you're wearing gay face, sir. It's like what? Because you're gay presenting, and people are going to think that you speak for us. You do not speak for me. Like, you're wearing gay face just like people wore blackface in the past, and it's disgusting. It's like, you need to stop presenting. You need to stop presenting like you're queer. And I was like, what the fuck? And when this guy showed up, when this liberal showed up on yesterday's panel, Teriak like interrupted him 2 or 3 times by playing that clip. Like, you're wearing gay face. Like, it's like, and the guy took it. And I'm like, I don't know whether I should respect that or just think like, no, you didn't take it because you're being the bigger man. You're taking it because you're just too fucking weak to say anything. And I erred on the side of kind of like politeness. And I was like, okay, I'm going to extend you the courtesy and be like, you're being bigger than that. But I think I had a bit to drink, and I think I even told him, I'm like, look, dude, you sound like you don't believe any of this shit, and you just want to get into politics because you want the money or the power. And I'm just telling you, you'd be much better off if you like speak like a man and switch over to the right wing. Because like that's where everything's shifting right now. You ain't got a hope in hell in getting elected or getting any real power being a liberal today.
Wait,
it's not going to fucking happen.
The bald guy that
Joey something. He looks a bit kind of like, I don't know, maybe a kind of bit Hispanic. I don't know. The camera wasn't that great. He looked tanned.
But he's bald, right?
I think shaved head, yeah, and he wears glasses.
Yeah, okay. He had been debating. He debated. Did he debate Imperius?
I have no idea. No, it's
not
that guy.
I think he did.
No,
I think he did. I think he did debate Imperius. I think he's called Joey something. Joey, whatever. I don't know. Open mic with Joey or something like that.
Kind of like Asianish.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. you know, he.
Yeah. It was 10th Man who accused him of wearing gay face.
Oh my gosh.
10th Man gets really worked up. He doesn't sound gay. He sounds like he's got a kind of deep masculine sounding voice. He's so he's not like a twink or whatever. He was 10th Man like sounds straight. And he even said like, people think I'm straight until I tell them that I suck dick. I was like, well, okay, cool. You know, like, you know, good for you. But he was like, he was just like going off on this guy. And 10th Man, like usually most of the time makes a lot of really good arguments, but he was just like, man, I'm sick of these people. Like they present queer and they think that people think they speak for us. They don't fucking. So he's like one of those who's like 100% against the whole LGBT kind of being viewed as a community, because he's like, no, like I'm not a part of that. I don't buy into that shit. Especially he's pissed at it since like the T's joined in, and it all kind of, he's like, no, it makes all of us look bad and we don't buy into any of that shit. And yeah, so like he shredded this dude. Like, but yeah, it's like I think people need to stop viewing that kind of way of speaking and that whole way of conducting yourself. People need to stop looking at that as a gay thing. And being like, oh, he looks or he sounds queer. Yeah, they need to be like, don't look at it as like he sounds queer or he looks queer or he's acting queer. No, like just realize that that's a left-wing thing. Just be like, no, he speaks like a liberal. He sounds like a liberal.
His balls have not dropped yet.
Oh God.
Yeah. When they pronounce the S's the way they do, it's like, it's not a gay thing. That's just a liberal thing. He's just very progressive. Well, look at how he's walking down the street. He's mincing. No. He's left wing.
I mean,
but he sits down to pee. Yeah, that's because he voted for the Democrats.
all right. That's all I have today because I'm getting a migraine. That's all I can do right now.
Why? We haven't spoken about the Jews enough.
What else do you want to say? That's, you know, respectable to our new overlords.
Tell us some good things about the Jews, Steve. Enough Jew bashing.
Well, they are wanting to make our license plates in certain states more colorful by putting their flag on it.
Is this a fact, or are you just spreading misinformation?
No, it's already happened in Florida. They just needed 3,000 people to get the license plate.
Look,
they already got that.
You know, so
it's just, you know, to have a foreign flag on our vehicles, I think, is a little offensive. I think it's
the fact that they own us. It seems respectful.
In my opinion, this is my opinion.
Oh boy,
you shouldn't fly a foreign flag in another country, whether that foreign flag is a friend or foe. You still shouldn't. And people do that. My father does it. It drives me
Every
crazy.
Cuban does it. Every Dominican does it. Every Hispanic does it.
That makes a little more sense down here if you did that in, say, Minnesota.
I'm sorry, but like the Jews have been in Florida since the beginning. So
but you don't normally see Israeli flags here. It's usually some overzealous white dude trying to look cool. No, that's the ones that I've seen. My father would do that. He would fly the Israeli flag.
And he's not even Israeli.
No, he's not, because he lived there for 30 years.
And he just liked it.
And he's not living there now. But,
and he especially liked the food.
In my opinion, there's only a few times where it's acceptable to fly a foreign flag. And even then, it should be under your flag, right?
St. Patrick's
Day. Football.
Okay.
If it's some kind of major sport event, and you're having like something along the lines of the World Cup or whatever like that. I still, after living in America for a long time, I didn't have enough time to get involved in all of the sports and all of the culture. There was a lot that I got into, and one of the things I always loved about America was how excited you guys get for shit. like how invested and how you celebrated all that shit. Like whenever there was like some kind of like league matches going on, if there was any kind of like big sporting events with regards to like the NFL or hockey as well. I watched some hockey as well. Baseball, I only watched a couple of games, and it wasn't like any of the major kind of games. It was just like a little thing. But I liked how like there was a whole bonding experience like with people at work. Like we had a bowling league, a pool league. So yeah, you guys take that shit so fucking seriously. And this was back in the day when even when the Oscars were a thing and were actually worth like watching, people would have like a whole fucking thing planned. Like, oh, you're coming over to my place. We're going to be watching the Oscars. And there was just like fucking meal feast, everything going on. And obviously like 4th of July and stuff like that. But sometimes I don't get some of the things that you guys would. There's certain things I still don't understand. Like, for example, the World Series. Why is it called the World Series? There's probably an answer there that I don't get.
Baseball, I think.
I don't know what's baseball.
Yeah, baseball.
No.
Because the thing is, as far as I understand, correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm ignorant here because I didn't. Like I said, I didn't watch the bigger games. But like, it seemed to me like all of the teams playing are American teams. So like, why is it the World Series?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Look,
okay, as long as I'm not
nobody
crazy.
understands.
Where's the Cubans?
Nobody understands.
But in the UK, like whenever we have any matches that are going on where it's a global thing or a European thing, when there's other countries coming over for the matches, at that point, I agree. It's okay. If you're from one of those countries, or if you're married to somebody who's from one of those countries, if you're kind of supporting that country as well as your own country, have the other flag up as well. If you want to wave that flag out of your window, do it so that we know who to put a brick through the window of. But no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I advocate that. I'm joking. But it's okay to celebrate in that kind of event. That's okay. It's understandable. But if it's just like a whole neighborhood every day where everyone's putting flags up there and there's no flags of your own country, but it's the flag of the country you came from, that's where you have these little enclaves forming. And that's where you have that mentality of the people are like, we're all here, but we all came from this other country and we don't want to assimilate. We're going to make this our place. And we follow our own rules, and we'll have our own cultural practices and our own traditions and our own morals and our own system of ethics. And we respect that more than the laws of this country. That's when you fucking have problems. And everybody knows it, but they think it's okay. Why? Because they want that shit to happen, because they want to destabilize the country and the culture. So yeah, fuck that shit.
America used to be fun when I was young. He's right. Now everybody
Unit said because America is the best, Dave.
No, it used to be fun.
You know what?
Used to do stuff.
Back then when I was there, yeah, I was like, why the fuck didn't I go to America like for school and for shit like that? I would have loved to have like had the whole high school experience from start to finish in America rather than the UK. Back then it was great. Unfortunately, I could see where I was in California. When I left, I could see shit hitting the fan. I could see things becoming really, really bad, really, really quick. And I could see like the ones that felt like the most self-secure and the most fucking smug were the ones that were the biggest pieces of shit. And when I left and I was like, you guys are kind of feeling too kind of high up on your horse and, very, very confident in your own stupidity. And I'm worrying where this fucking country is going to go. And I left and I stayed in touch with some of my friends there. Mm-hmm. And when I went a few years later, I was like, holy shit, thank God I got out when I did. But hey, now I'm in the UK and shit here isn't much better.
Dude, we should do a whole stream on how it was fun to grow up and like, or just be around in the 90s, like college and stuff like that.
I wasn't in this country.
Okay, whatever. Okay, fine.
I was in a different
Steve, you should have been. I don't know how far Steve would have gotten with a Jewish accent, but as a Brit, living in America, living in California in the 90s, like having back then at least, because you had like, I think Hugh Grant's career was pretty big, especially in America at that point.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, having I came from a private school, so I had a much more posh accent. And having that accent in California in the 90s, that was just like a passport for vagina. It was
No.
that
1,000%. Like, there's something about Americans that they just like pay attention and they just kind of like immediately unconsciously respect you if you have a posh British accent.
Yeah, I use that.
I didn't even need game. I didn't
you
even
don't.
need
No.
game back then.
No.
Yeah, I could have literally just been like in a nice accent, like Hugh Grant style accent. You'd be like, excuse me, can I please fuck you? And they would be like, spread legs instantly. Like, of course.
I did
Like-
use a British accent in clubs, and when I let my accent slip, that's when they got really offended.
Yeah, like they were totally ready to like, go, and then
I'm
they heard
imagining
that-
I'm imagining Steve's already fucking them, and in the middle of it, he forgets the accent, and they just like, get the fuck off me. What are you? Like,
What are you from America?
and then the
or
Jewish
Hawaii?
accent comes out, the Israeli accent. I'll make you some Jerusalem salad afterwards. Like, oh man.
Very sad. Anyway, so we'll do a stream about what? I think we should do one on how. Well, obviously, you guys can't help me, so I'm gonna have to do research, which we all know is hard.
Mm-hmm. What she said.
But you know what?
I'll
It's not
tell you
me.
what. I'll tell you what, right? How about, I mean, you wanted to do, what was it? What was the other thing you wanted to talk about today?
I don't remember.
The MK Ultra thing?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that myself because I realize when you guys are on, like, I can't do like in depth.
No, we'll do it. We'll take it
No,
seriously.
No, there's
We'll
you
take
can't.
it
There's
seriously.
no way. There's
MK
no way.
Ultra in the school. Cat.
No.
Let me tell you what's going to happen if you do it on your own. You're
It's
going to get
fine.
into the stream. You're going to be having all of your chat GPT stuff lined up on the side scroll on the side of the window. You're going to be reading through it. And after 5 minutes, you're going to be like, this is too tough and complicated. I don't want to talk about this. So let's talk about some kind of new skincare regimen that we've got going on. And then you're going to get sidetracked and start talking about that shit. So like, be real. We can talk about this next week because it is an interesting thing that I want to get into. But there's another thing, which in light of what's going on now after Charlie Kirk,
What?
one of the things that people seem to be ignoring is how exactly the left got to be so radicalized. Okay. And
Wait.
one of the things that,
Well, I'm thinking how.
right. Okay. So, you know how algorithms have been kind of like, people are always
they
talking about
split us
social
up
media
online.
algorithms.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Echo chambers.
Yeah. Now, certain people are like, well, that's because, people are online for too long and blah, blah, blah. And like, obviously, like maybe it's not good for you, blah, blah, blah. But we've got decades of research, like nearly pretty much like 100 years of research going back, showing that we've all recognized for a long time, countless studies have proven that if you put somebody in a scenario like what they are now with social media and with the way the social media algorithms work, you condition people to become stupid and dangerous. And they've known that. So this isn't a mistake. The algorithms aren't designed to get clicks and to get engagement. That's not what they're designed for. When people are like, well, they're doing that because they want clicks, they want money. No. They're not engineered for that. There's more effective ways they could get clicks and get money like that, but they're not doing that. They're doing it deliberately, and it's engineered in such a way to make people stupid. And if you look at, have you heard of Dietrich Bonhoeffer?
Of course not.
Oh, of course.
I
I know
thought-
Dietrich.
I
I met
thought I
him
heard-
the other day.
I thought I heard you talking about him because he's a guy who did a study on stupidity.
Dietrich.
Dietrich Haddock?
Dietrich
Dietrich
Bonhoeffer.
Bonhoeffer.
Von Hopper.
Dietrich Bonn. Hopper?
Von.
Von.
Bonhoeffer. He did a study on stupidity, and he basically, I mean, there's a lot of things he's proven in this study. He discovered a lot of things about the nature of stupidity.
Yeah.
And he basically kind of came to the conclusion that stupidity is a lot more dangerous than evil. And I spoke about this with Teriak the other day, but it's like a really, really interesting. It's a really interesting thing that he discovered from his studies.
Bro, this guy's a Nazi or something?
Not really, no.
Well, the only thing that came up is some. I don't know.
I'll send you some material on it. I'll send you some material to look through. But there's a lot of amazing stuff that he came up. He basically
No, he's
what?
I don't know.
It says he's executed by the Nazis.
Yeah. He was executed for a lot of the things that he tried to advocate for and what he proved. But basically, he drew some important distinctions between ignorance and stupidity that previously people didn't really think about. Well, because he noted how ignorance is a lack of knowledge, but stupidity is an active resistance to learning, which is what makes it very dangerous. Because he said that if you basically look at evil can be confronted. You can debate with evil, you can reason with it, you can use logic, but stupid people can't be reasoned with.
Yes.
And stupidity so stupidity is basically immune to logic, and it feeds on itself. And this is what he realized. If you looked at radicalized groups, that's the dangerous thing, because stupidity is essentially a social disease. And the bigger the group, the more quickly it spreads. And people who might otherwise be rational thinkers, if the group is big enough, they get infected by that stupidity. And that's why propaganda works, because the larger the group, the less likely people are to kind of critically think for themselves. And when you become a part of that collective, you outsource your thinking to the group. And nobody wants to question that authority. They just obey what the group does. And because of that, it's very easy for them to do violent, hateful shit. It's very easy for them to celebrate Charlie Kirk, because when he gets assassinated, they don't think that they're pieces of shit for celebrating. They think, well, everybody else is doing it, so it's acceptable. And this is why it's so hard for them to take accountability or responsibility for their actions, because they believe that they are not independent. They are part of the group. So they're like, I didn't decide to do it. The group did it. They're always like, well, everyone else is doing it. Everyone else is doing it. So that's the kind of shit that you believe when somebody stops thinking for themselves. They basically, according to Dietrich Bonhoeffer, they basically become a vessel for that stupidity. They don't think or question authority. They don't believe that they're responsible for their own actions. And the most dangerous thing is that stupidity is resistant to correction. You can't argue with somebody who refuses to acknowledge reality. And you can't convince somebody who's chosen to be ignorant, over accepting truth.
So we're screwed.
Well, no. The option that you've got is, this is one of the things, like post what happened with Charlie Kirk, people are like, well, that was the powder keg being lit, right? So now we're going to have that, civil unrest. We're going to have that. We're going to have war, right? But the other option is you do something. This is what we spoke about on Teriak's stream. You do something that people think, no, this is evil. This is authoritarian. This is some kind of totalitarian system. This is basically, Nazi Germany. You're putting people on trains and shipping them away somewhere. But no, if you told anybody who's a radical liberal, one of these like progressive idiots, if you told them everything that you've been enjoying right now, this kind of unfettered freedom where you feel kind of safe to call people all of the names under the sun, equate them to being just as bad as Hitler is, and at the same time you have like a month of celebrating all of your fucking degeneracy, and you get to like burn your flag, your country's flag, right? All of this kind of shit that you do, and thinking that you're somehow the paragon of like, you know, moral perfection. All of that shit ends. And we're going to hold you accountable for all the shit that you've been holding other people accountable for, right? When you've canceled and deplatformed people, now we're going to do that to you. We're going to apply the same standards to you, right? So no more Pride Month. No more corporations bending over backwards for you. No more celebrating who you stick a dick into in schools and shit. Like, schools are for learning. Take politics out of that. Take your politics out of it specifically. When you go to work, you work, right? We don't need you showing up to a job where you should be dressing up, you know, in some kind of like professional way and conducting yourself with some kind of self-respect. We don't want you wearing half a pound of metal trauma on your face. We don't need to see your fucking neck tattoos. Like, cover your shit up, behave like a normal, decent member of society, conduct yourself the way the rest of society conducts themselves. And all of this degenerate behavior and stupid shit that you do, all of that stuff gets left at home. And if you break any of society's rules, we'll hold you accountable for it. And here's the other thing. If you think that a man can become a woman and a woman can become a man, if you believe in any of this kind of reality denying bullshit, we put you into a mental asylum. Because if you're right wing and if you believe something stupid, we'll put you in a mental asylum too. So we're holding you to the same standard. If you told them that shit, they're going to think you're worse than Hitler. They're going to think this is some authoritarian, despotic shit, right? They're going to think you're some kind of like crazy fucking bigot. But the funny thing is all as we're doing to them is we're expecting them to live by the same standards, and we're putting the same expectations on them that we put on ourselves. Right? We would punish ourselves for doing that kind of stupid shit. And if one of us was calling for violence, we would sack them. We would put them in jail because that's a violation of the freedom of speech laws, right? So all as we're doing is we're holding them to the same standard. That's all we're doing. And the funny thing is that if you tell them, hey, you guys claim to love equality. Well, we're applying all of this shit equally now to you as it has been done to us. And they think it's a punishment. That shows you what pathetic pieces of useless shit they are. That just expecting the same thing from them as we expect from one another, they consider to be like the most extreme form of punishment. That shows you that they don't belong in civilized society. And I'm not saying take them out of it. I'm not saying like delete them. I'm saying if they're crazy, put them in a mental asylum, give them the help that they need, that they deserve, get them well so that they can be integrated back into society. And if it's not that they're delusional, if it's that they're violent and crazy, if they're that fucking violent and psychotic, put them in jail. And then afterwards, if they look like they can be put back into society, put them back into society. It's that simple.
I mean, they purposely are using the mentally ill, unfortunately, to mess with the population for whatever their reasons. But I do believe that they're using them.
Well, no, they do definitely prey on people who are like, for example, autistic. They target autistic people specifically, 100%.
Yeah. But anyways, so we will be back next week, hopefully.
Cool.
We'll see what we'll talk about. I'll think of something. And
the MK Ultra shit. MK Ultra in schools.
oh my God. I'll do a little bit myself so I could say some things I want to say.
Well, you can say that when you're with us. You say that. Yeah.
No, because I want to like, we'll see. I'll do maybe both, but we'll see. So we will be talking just conspiracies, no facts, just fun next week, same time. Don't expect,
Professionalism.
professionalism.
No facts, just fun.
No facts. If you need facts, you need to actually go to a library, because I don't even think they have facts in libraries anymore. I don't know where you can find facts in this country.
Even that wasn't a fact because she's never been to a library. See?
I used to sleep
what
in a
we can-
library. What are you talking about?
Oh,
You didn't read
okay.
there, you just slept.
In her homeless days.
Anyways, we'll see you all next time. Bye.
The carbon they want to reduce is you and everyone you love. Stop acting like you have no clue. Pretending won't save you.